This is my audience.
And me.
Thank you everyone for coming tonight. My name is Katie, for those of you who don't know me, and I'm here to tell you today why Earl Spencer's speech of the most hunted woman of the modern age is the greatest speech of the 20th century. Earl Spencer is Princess Diana's younger brother. He presented her eulogy at her funeral on the 6th of September in 1997 in Westminster Abbey, London, at the chapel of St. James Palace at 9:08 in the morning. There were 2,000 people that attended her funeral in the chapel. British television had over 32.78 million viewers. 2 billion people traced the event worldwide. It was the most watched event in history. Earl Spencer's love towards his sister, with compassion in his words when he states, Diana was the essence of compassion, of style, and of beauty. Earl Spencer's speech was very emotionally driven. He focused on her admirable traits and also mentioned her insecurities as well as her issues. The purpose of this speech was to say goodbye to his sister and reiterate how extraordinary of a woman she was, and thank everyone who attended her funeral and also who supported her. He did, however, put down the royal family as well as the paparazzi. It was hard for Spencer to give his sister's eulogy because of how close they were as children, being the youngest children. You are perfectly happy and nothing can go wrong. Oh no, everything's out of order. He held it together really well, but you can tell towards the end he was starting to get choked up. Princess Diana was a very loving and caring person. Even as a child, she spent most of her time playing outside. There was woods near her house, and she had a big love for animals. She would play the horse in the stable. She also had a heated swimming pool. As she grew older, she grew a stronger love for children, and at the age of 17, she became a nanny, and then at 18, she became a student teacher for dancing, painting with kindergarten students. Princess Diana is known throughout the world as being a well-rounded, gorgeous woman. But through all of this, she was a hero in many people's eyes. With princess, what does that term really mean? Most people associate it with a fairy tale life. You have everything you want and can possibly imagine at your fingertips. You are perfectly happy and nothing can go wrong. In reality, though, is this true? Lady Diana Spencer was seen as a perfect, flawless princess. But who is she really? And what did the title princess mean to her? Diana was often called a princess, Princess Diana, by the media and the public. But she did not enjoy such a title and did not personally think of herself as a princess. This is a point Diana herself made to the people who referred to her as such. She always had a strong head on her shoulders, no matter what might have gone wrong at any time. Diana tried not to let various things get her down, even though some things could have destroyed her. Diana secretly struggled with insecurities her entire life, but her determination and her compassion shaped the way the world thought of her. Diana spoke with surprising truthfulness about her own personal struggles with bulimia and suicide, giving individuals struggling with these issues a role model for openness and honesty. Princess Diana used her media popularity to bring attention to the needs of the forgotten and the needy world. She would seek out to be a symbol for everyone's life itself. Throughout her life, Diana displayed a very insecure nature. Psychologists think this was rooted from her childhood. When she was six, her mother left her family. After her parents' high-profile divorce was finalized, she remembered her father as a distant, lonely man with lots of silence, and her mother just constantly cried. Diana described this as a wishy-washy and painful experience. Due to these circumstances, she felt detached and different from others, even at her age. For Diana's engagement party to the Prince of Wales, she wore a black dress, and she thought it was pretty and it was smart. But when Princess Charles saw it, he said, "Only people in mourning wear black." That comment destroyed Princess Diana. She needed people's constant support and compliments. Later in her marriage, the lack of attention from her husband, she would suffer from bulimia and several suicide attempts. She tried fleeing herself down the stairs, cutting her wrists with a razor, cutting her chest and thigh with a pair knife, and even trying to cut herself with a lemon slicer and throwing herself into a glass cabin. When Charles would see the bloody sight, again, all he would say was, "You're crying wolf." This comment added to her negative self-esteem. The constant press coverage put her under lots of pressure. It warped her sense of who she was, and through its unrealistic expectations and outright inventions. It made her believe that she had to live up to the impossible expectations that were being forced on her. Princess Diana's life, during her life, she helped many foundations and charities, but she dedicated herself to one cause in particular. Princess Diana became very involved with AIDS sufferers and their families. Starting in the early 90s until her death in 97, Diana did everything she could to help the AIDS Foundation. Princess Diana first became interested in helping with the needy when she was only in high school. Diana started her first charity with the Voluntary Service Unit, where she would visit mentally handicapped teenagers. While many of Diana's friends were afraid and resistant about going to the mental hospital, Diana found that she had a natural desire for this work. Even though Diana was a princess and part of the royal family, she was not afraid to help the AIDS sufferers. Diana wasn't afraid to touch or even hug the kids or the adults with AIDS or even HIV positive. On the other hand, the Queen's sister, and the Queen's niece always wore gloves and would only shake the hands of the sick children. "Everyone needs hugs," Diana once said. Prince of Wales was the first royal family member to openly work with the support of AIDS victims. "I touch people. I think everyone needs that," stated Diana when discussing about how freely hugs and touches of AIDS patients and people with HIV positive were. In 1989, Diana made one of her first public visits to the AIDS facility in England. Diana started her work with AIDS during a very hard time in her life. Even though Diana could have quit her charitable works after she was divorced, she embraced them with a new passion. Diana's support for the AIDS victims and the sufferers came at a crucial time when the tabloids and the royal family did not approve of her. Earl Spencer touched everyone greatly with his eulogy for Princess Diana. Many people had streaming tears down their face. William clapped, Prince Charles Charles only tapped his leg for a few minutes. The Queen, Prince Philip, and the Queen's mother stared blankly and barely moved. Spencer's speech was so powerful it'll be remembered for many more years to come. And that is why his speech is the greatest speech of the 20th century. Rest in peace, Princess Diana of Wales, 1961 to 1997. Thank you.